no more than 30 minutes away, or no less than 30 minutes away. Let's get into it.
You'll never feel the way I feel.
I have this thing where, and I've always been this way, right? Where I need to be at least 30 minutes away. 30 minutes away from friends, 30 minutes away from family, 30 minutes away from work. And I think this works really well for relationships too. I don't necessarily want to, date someone where right around the corner. I need them to be at least 30 minutes away. Sometimes I get these requests from people and they say, can you find someone who's 15 minutes away, someone who's 10 minutes away? And I say to myself, if you could find somebody 15 minutes away, hell, you wouldn't need me, right? And my question really is why? Why do you need to have someone who is less than 30 minutes away or no more than an hour away? Because the way I see it, like I seen it for work, if I'm so close, when something breaks, when something happens, they're gonna call me and I don't wanna go, right? And let me just say that the same thing should happen when you're dating. Find a neutral location to meet people. They don't have to be right around the corner. So, what if the date doesn't go well? Do you really want to run into this person more than once or every now and again or all the time, right? So if you find that, someone is at least 30 minutes away, more than likely they're going to have to plan to see you, right? They're not going to just be able to knock on your door, and you're not going to run into them at the grocery store or something like that, right? So to me, this is great for dating. And let me just say that not only is it great for dating, it's great for relationships, because I believe everybody needs to have their space. They need to have their privacy. You need to be able to have time where it's just about you and not somebody else. And when you're at least 30 minutes away, honey, they have to plan to see you and you have to plan to see them. And to me, that saves a lot of frustration in relationships. Yeah, it puts a little bit of strain on dating because you gotta plan, but you ought to plan anyway when you're trying to date, right? You should want to go places neutral and places that are fun, somewhere between the two of you, like wherever you're located, right? But you don't necessarily have to be right next door to someone, right? In order for it to work. So I would say find someone, if you can. I think it works perfectly, who's at least 30 minutes away. That way, you can plan to see them, and they can plan to see you, and it's coordinated. It's not like somebody coming to knock on your door saying, hey sis, are you home? Hey honey, are you there? No, you want to be able to have your own space, your own friends, your own time, your own privacy. And that's what happens when you are at least 30 minutes away from someone. So I would say for all those people who think they need to have someone right next to them, and let me just say this, honey, because unless you're trying to hook up with someone on a regular, and sometimes we are, then that's the only reason why you need them to be that close. Otherwise, you can coordinate. And when you get to a point, say if you get to a point where you're really serious with someone, then more than likely you're going to be together more often anyway. So it doesn't matter where they live, because the end goal is that you're living together, hopefully. And so it really doesn't matter. But in the beginning, I say 30 minutes away is a good rule for anyone, to say, that way I don't have to worry about running into this person if it doesn't work. And if it does work, we'll plan it. We'll work it out. So let me just recap really quickly that, no matter if you're dating or if you're in a relationship, 30 minutes away from someone is not a bad idea. It actually, saves a lot of privacy, and it gives you time for yourself, and it gives the other person time for themselves, and it allows you to actually plan the time that you spend together. 30 minutes is a good rule. It works for me, and I'm sure it'll work for you guys.